Hello dear students, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to talk about banquets. I'm sure you all have heard about banquets. Banquets is also known as function catering. In this video, you are going to learn about organization chart, types of functions, seating arrangements, and administrative procedure. So let's begin. Let us understand what is banquets. So it is a term used to cover the service of special functions for specific groups of people at specific time where food and beverage is predetermined. Let's take an example. There is a function organized by Association of Doctors for only doctors starting from 9 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m. in the evening on a particular day. Here for this event, menu is pre-decided, tea coffee breaks are pre-decided. Okay, so that's the meaning of banquets. It is only for restricted group of people. So we have heard or seen various types of functions like birthday parties, sangeet, weddings, conferences, exhibitions, and many more. Let us understand the departmental organization chart for banquet operations department. There is a F&B manager, we all know, who's handling the entire F&B department. Then we have assistant F&B manager. In many five-star hotels or maybe where you have a very busy convention center, you could have two assistant F&B managers. One will handle F&B outlets, another will handle the convention center, which is your banquets. The entire department's smooth operation is under the banquet manager. Then you have assistant banquet manager, executive, captain, casual staff, and trainees. We have one more department which is parallelly working, that is your catering or banquet sales department. Now this department will either report to director sales and marketing or F&B manager. The entire department is headed by catering sales manager with the help of assistant banquet sales manager, banquet sales executive, sales coordinator, and trainees. The responsible manager will run the entire department. Now we're talking about types of functions. So we have two main categories. First is formal. The second one is informal. Under formal, you have day conference, residential conference, seminar, interviews, board meetings. Informal, weddings, cocktail dinner, cocktail snacks, fairs and festivals, New Year parties, exhibition. Now these are few pictures of seating arrangements that are done in banquet halls. The first one is classroom. This is where your participants are expected to watch the video or listen to the speaker and write down. That is why you have tables here. The second type of seating that we have is boardroom setup. This is a little compact seating that you see for lesser number of people. U-shaped seating is close to board, but one side is open. Theater seating, this is where you are expected to only listen to the speaker. Then we have round table. As you all see, there are round tables with pads and pencils here or pens. So you look at the speaker and the screen and write down whatever you are expected to write. Formal setup. This is a very beautiful setup that you see. It is for a formal lunch or a formal dinner that such kind of setup is laid. Exhibition setup. Again, it is a type of informal setup. You have people coming and visiting an exhibition from a given time. Informal get-together, you see a beautiful cheese display setup here and you have these cocktail stools or bar stools or tables, or you have people standing here and chit-chatting. So this is a very, very informal get-together setup that you see. This is your banquet booking procedure. So we are going to understand now how a banquet booking is taken and how you end up making a banquet function prospectus. So let's begin with banquet booking procedure. Now what happens here is your guest would either walk into the office directly or sales office, or you will have your guest calling the office. In both the cases, you are supposed to take down basic details like date of the event, number of packs, and then check the availability of the banquet hall. You're supposed to check the availability of the banquet hall either in the software if you have, or you have a banquet booking diary which is maintained. Now that is a manual form of taking a booking which goes in banquet booking diary. Then if you have the date available, you go on and make a provisional booking, which is a tentative booking. What happens if the date is not available? You ask for an alternate date. If guest is not okay with the alternate date that you have asked or maybe suggested, you have to take down that booking in the wait list. So the minute provisional booking gets released, the waitlisted booking will become tentative booking. Now what happens when you book the hall tentatively? You go on asking for more details like type of event, setup that is required, type of menu which is required, because your type of menu is linked to the price that you're going to offer, seating for the event. Now, once you all have taken the information, proposal needs to be made. Proposal will have terms and conditions and basic details like name of the guest, address, the rate that is offered. Once the proposal is signed, once the guest is okay with whatever is mentioned in the proposal, a further detailed document is made that is called as a contract. So the contract could be made either once the advance is paid or before the advance is paid. Now advance can be paid either by cash, credit card, or any other way. Now after all the details are taken down, you go ahead and make banquet function prospectus. What is banquet function prospectus? It is also called as function prospectus or banquet event order. So banquet function prospectus is a banquet document that is extremely important for you to make, which could be either made in Excel, Word, or in software. This is made by the event in charge from sales office and signed by the banquet sales manager. Same is circulated to departments like banquet kitchen, engineering, kitchen stewarding, front office, housekeeping, and F&B controller. Now once the BFP is made, all daily events are compiled and a daily event sheet is made, which can be then sent across to all the HODs. In case of the service of alcoholic beverages, a temporary liquor license needs to be procured. Now that job is done by F&B controller. All BFP copies are kept for future reference. On the day of the event, a setup is done according to the BFP. Banquet sales in charge checks the setup according to the BFP because that is extremely important. Whatever is written in the BFP needs to be followed. Signage, which is also called as board to read, is put up in the lobby and next to the banquet hall. Banquet executive introduced himself to the guest and makes any last minute changes. Buffet setup. Number of buffets are as per the number of guests. A setup could be either in the hall or in the pre-function area of the hall. Now there is a pre-function area which is also called as PFA. It is a common area in between two halls. A banquet manager can take a decision according to the menu and the space available. So if you have a larger space available, you could have a buffet setup done there. A separate bar counter can be set up in case of the beverage service. Buffet usually starts from soup, salad, main course, accompaniments, and then the desserts. A separate water counter is ready in the respective area. A designated meal area can have few cocktail tables or few round tables for people to sit. This is an example of a buffet setup. It's called as a double-sided buffet. So you have people taking food from both the sides. Billing. Billing is done according to the minimum number of packs or the actual number of customers who consume the food. For example, on your BFP, it is written as minimum guarantee 50 and maximum guarantee 55. Okay, but you had only 53 people who consume the food, so the bill will be raised for 53 people. Any other charges like liquor license, stage are also added in the bill. A bill is to be settled immediately or as per the instruction given in the BFP. While you're making FP, there are few things that you're supposed to remember. Complete address of the customer has to be mentioned, board to read, proper menu with minimum packs and maximum packs, any audio visual requirement, notes for kitchen, housekeeping, engineering, or any other department that you want to give, and billing details with advance received, if any, and mode of payment. What if the booking is cancelled? See, in this case, a signed copy of the proposal has all the cancellation terms and conditions. So all the bookings are maintained, or their record is maintained to start with, because you have to have a track of all the cancelled bookings. Now then, once the booking is cancelled, if the contract and proposal is signed, cancellation charges as per the terms are then taken from the customer. Few important points to remember. Seating plan will depend on the style of event. It could be a formal or informal event, and obviously the seating plan is based on the number of people. See, for example, if you have 500 people attending a seminar or a conference, in such case, theater seating will suit. And let's say if you have a wedding, informal seating with round table will do. Different types of meetings and conventions will require different seating layouts which are attached to the FP. Menus are always planned according to the guest requirement. Post the event, thank you letters are sent or is sent to the guest by the sales team. Feedback from the guest is then shared with the banquet sales and service team for any kind of improvement. Now, there is a quiz link that we have given in the video description. Please go ahead and try this quiz. Thank you for watching with patience, and we'll see you next time.